tiny workers are often seen with sunlight bright. They start their play making food throughout the day. Chlorophyll traps the sunlight, turning air and water just right. Sipping up the carbon too, creating sugars for me and you. Oxygen, a gift they share, breathing life with love and care. Okay, before you take your seat, what is one thing that you remember from the poem? For the tiny workers. The leaves. Okay. Anybody else? And the leaves so bright and green, right? Alright, then take it. Now for today's lesson, I'm going to be demonstrating the process of, anybody know this word? Photosynthesis, right? So I'm going to be demonstrating the process of photosynthesis. Now before we go to the chart, we're going to demonstrate here first. Then we're going to go to the chart, right? So now I would like someone to volunteer just to water the plant. Anybody who's willing. Lawn marking. Okay. Come, Elon. Tell you when to water. Stand over here. Okay. This light is the sun, right? And in order for photosynthesis to take place, the green plants need sunlight or light energy, right? Among that, the plant also need sunlight, it needs water for photosynthesis to occur. Beside the two, the plant also needs carbon dioxide. And where do you think the plant gets carbon dioxide from? From us. We breathe out carbon dioxide. That's the Elon, you can back this. So the sun gives the plant light energy. Now this light energy is being observed by the green coloring in the plant that is known as chlorophyll. Now on these leaves of the plant, it has tiny holes. Do you know what we call those tiny holes? The green pigment in the plant is chlorophyll, but on the leaves have tiny holes. What do we call the tiny holes? Okay. The tiny holes are known as a stomata, right? The stomata. Now, besides water, like energy, the plant also needs carbon dioxide. Like I said, we cannot see the carbon dioxide, but we breathe out carbon dioxide. And where do you think we get the oxygen from? From the plant. Now, in the process, when the plant makes its own food, it gives off oxygen. And glucose, which is the food for the plant, is produced during the process of photosynthesis, right? Now we're going to go to the chart. That is how photosynthesis takes place. Now here we have photosynthesis. This arrow is showing that the plant gives off oxygen. In order for photosynthesis to take place, the plant needs carbon dioxide. The food that the plant makes is glucose or sugar. Glucose or sugar is the same thing, right? which is the food for the plant that is produced during the process of photosynthesis. The plant also needs light and water. Now the roots of the plant absorb the water, right? The roots of the plant absorb the water. And photosynthesis is the process by which green plant makes its own food, right? Everybody know that? Okay. What are some things that the plant needs to make its own food? Water, sunlight, carbon dioxide, okay. And what do we get from the plant? Oxygen. Alright, I have one worksheet for you to do for me, right? You want a pencil? Now you're going to complete it. You label what should be in this part, this part here, and you complete the sentence. Green plants make their own food through the process known as, what's the big word? Photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide enter the leaf by the way of tiny pores or opening called. What are the tiny pores or holes that is on the leaf called? Stomata, right? Plants gather sun energy with light absorbing pigment called. What is the green color in the leaf called? C word. It's called chlorophyll. Alright? Chlorophyll. Alright, who can tell me what is photosynthesis now? Loud and clear, right? Who can tell me what is photosynthesis? Okay, Marky, can you speak up a little more louder? Very good. So that photosynthesis is the process by which green plant makes its own food in the presence of carbon dioxide, light energy, water, right? Also the green pigment chlorophyll, which is being the sunlight being observed by this stomata, the tiny pores, right? So that has